We are back, and as promised, I've got some exciting guests, and we've been chit-chatting off camera a little bit, but I want to talk about NAACP, and Mr. O'Neill, I think you're going to kind of chime us in on exactly what that kind of stuff is. So can we talk about the mission statement first?
Sure. The mission statement for the NAACP is this, that we watches for those that cannot watch for themselves as it relates to their civil rights, their lawful rights. Therefore, we watches, and if they are violated, we are an organization that comes to one's aid, and also we're one that watches our government system to make sure that it is equal opportunity for all people. It's an organization that's, our mission is saying that
Everyone is equal.
Everyone is equal. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
And now, has it changed since the very beginning?
Have men changed?
No, has your mission statement. I know they have.
No, we are, that will be our legacy until
forever.
In the time, yes. That cannot change because this is who we are. This is what we do. This is what is needed. Unless the world changed to that glorious utopia that everybody hopes and dreams about, NAACP will stand guard.
And watch and
watch
and wait.
And watch, wait, and act.
Nice. I know we're talking about Black history a lot this month. Why is that so important as well?
It's important because Black history in these United States of America, that history has not been exposed in written form, or maybe not in the visual or the literary terms of history. Our history has not been captured in our books, and so therefore our students that are going to school, where we usually get most of our history of America or any other, then that is not there. That's not been captured on paper, and it hasn't been, students has not been exposed to Black activities in America. So the Black History Month is prevalent because, and necessary, because we need to get the whole story out of what America is. And Black history is just part of American history. And without that, then you like having only one eye. You're
not seeing
blind,
clearly.
the blind leading the blind, and they both falls in the ditch because of inadequate knowledge or because of ignorance.
Sure. And what is NAACP's role with that in Black History Month?
NAACP role is the same as it is in everything, is to encourage, to enlighten, to make sure that there's no discrepancy or equal opportunity, and to be presented. And so we're there to energize,
celebrate.
Celebration is a good thing.
Absolutely, it is.
You know, you need to celebrate who you are, and it's not just Black history. It's about the United States of America or the world at large, who Black people are as it relates to time gone by. So, which we call history.
Sure.
And history has been made, some good, some bad, some ugly, but it's nevertheless it's our history.
But it's kind of how we're made history. Up today.
Yeah, it's American history. It's American history, and we're making history even as you and I speak, Chad. And some will be able to grade us or be able to give their critique on how this history part played in the overall scheme of things. Who would have thought that you had this?
I was excited. You've been in my door many times. We've had many discussions, just not in front of the camera.
You see, to have a Black man in the White House today, you know.
Absolutely.
Talking about history.
That was a big history movement.
It will go down in history. Days go by, and someone will critique that and see what made America do that. What was it?
And how does Kokomo rate as far as the community goes with NAACPs everywhere, with other organizations?
On a scale to 1 to 10 or so?
Yeah, let's do that, 1 to 10.
I would say realizing that who Kokomo is, its real geographical location, and its citizenry, the populace here, it rates, I would say, up in over 5, or 6 maybe.
Which means there's always room for improvement.
Oh, very much so. No one would ever think that the wheel has been completed.
And you wouldn't say that even most communities are 9s or 10s anyway, because there's always room for improvement.
They're not. No matter what state you go into in the United States of America, they could never, at this juncture in time, excel or be given a grade above maybe 5, over 5 or 6. Because there's just so much untold, and there's so much to do, and so much to be. The word I want to use is that to emerge together, you know. So it would be one working unit of the United States of America.
What can we do as a community to actually embrace or celebrate, or you can choose the words, of our heritage that actually has been brought to us, has helped Kokomo be the community it is? Because there's been a lot. There's been a lot of great figures. How do we celebrate that? How do we get to be better, to recognize?
I think it predicated on each individual enjoying their heritage of the United States of America, and not be intimidated by the history. All of it you will not be happy with. Some will bring joy, some will bring tears, but it's yours. And you don't throw the baby out with the wash water just because the baby is crying, or because the baby pooped in the water, because the baby spit on you, or what have you. You have to endure these things as well as the pleasant things, because it all belongs to you. Without the bitter, you will never enjoy the sweet, I suppose.
I think that's a great analogy, actually.
Yeah, and because you had the bitter and you see the bitter, it makes you, it inspires you to go after the sweet.
And enjoy it that much more, maybe.
And you will enjoy that much more because you have had the taste of that which is most undesirable. Even though it's part of you, it's yours. You know, you brought it into the world, and someone says you must take it out. You brought it in, I'll take it out. It's left up to each individual to change themselves, and when they change themselves, the world around them changes also. All
right, we're going to take a quick break, and then I want to dive into a couple of the facts that we kind of talked about off camera, about facts that I didn't even know about the NAACP. So we'll be right back. We are back, and I want to talk about some of the interesting facts that you were telling me a little bit off camera about women on your board as well, because it was something I didn't even know, so I don't think our viewers will know as well.
The women on the board, the national board, let's go with the beginning of the NAACP. It was, if it's not known, it should be known that women, in particular white women, was on the board. They not only on the board, but they was the ones that helped institute for the advancement of colored people, white men, and it was integrated. W.B. Du Bois, a number of them, and what happened was interesting is that the first 24 years of the NAACP, it was headed by, as president, a white man.
For a lengthy period of time.
24 years.
That is amazing.
That is amazing, isn't it?
That's a huge step forward.
In that day and time also, Can you understand that this organization's been in business, been doing this for over 100 years, and you just subtract 100 from
That's
2013. So you even then to 1913,
yeah,
and then women did not receive the vote. White women did not receive the voting to 1920. So you can see that they did not sit idly by and just was knitting and having babies only. They was an integral part of society in the world today.
And made that difference.
And still making difference.
Yeah.
Still making the big stride. Without women, this world would not be the sweet place that we're living in today.
That is the truth. I will give that one to my wife. She is the sweet part of our marriage.
Of course. She is the sugar in our coffee.
She is.
The ice in our water, you know. she is that mother. She is the mother of humanity. Yes.
And it's nice to have that on. What are your thoughts on that? It is nice, in my opinion, to have them part of that organization, part of that board, because they offer a new perspective.
Not only do they offer new perspective, but they offer sound perspective. They keep things grounded. Men has a tendency to just go straight to the point, and they're not observant as much as women as from point A to point B. The women see all between, and they are sensitive to things that men are not sensitive to. And this is not knocking men.
Oh, no.
This is just the beauty of having a woman in the world, or a woman in your organization, a woman in your business. They has this gift that they can discern, and not only discern, they don't only see a problem, but they have the antidote to rectify it. And they will willingly take time to do it, even if it's a suffering, it's an uncomfortable way that they have to walk in, but they are willing. It's like a woman having a baby. Now, they talk about this often. Oh, I had so much pain. Oh, it was just so awful. And next thing you know, they're pregnant again, having another one. And
because it was going back to that sweet that we were talking about before.
Yeah, and when they talk about the pain, but then when the baby comes, they have so much joy.
Yep.
They have so much admiration for what have happened, until the pain does not deter them from going back and fulfilling their purpose or their desire. And when you have that type of assistance, you know, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Hey, I thank you so much for being in the hot seat. You're coming back in March to talk about a whole new topic.
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick break. I've got more exciting guests. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Chad.